No, our sexual technology. I don't know if any spirit is in that or not.
Amen.
But there she is right there, Linda. And then we have ritual, spiritual, devil advocate, Dr. Kim down there. There she goes. They got her hands up and know she don't pray. And then we have two special guests, returning guests.
Yes,
We have
yes,
Dr.
yes.
Larry Kemp, and we have Apostle Glen Kirkwood, which is my husband of 42 years. Well, it will be 42 years if he keep me to August. That's me why I changed my wig, because I'm every woman for him. All right, so tonight was What's Up Chat. And we're going to be chatting about different things, and you can put your comments at the bottom of the screen, and we love having fun on this show. So whether we agree or disagree, it's still my show, okay? Thank you very much. All right. But anyway, we love to have fun on this show, and we talk real live talk. And I don't know what we're going to chat about first, but I know we're going to do our scripture walk, because we always need some Jesus up in here.
Yeah.
All righty. Come on, Kimberly. Do your thing. Okay. One thing about us, we're the type on this show that we never, ever give up. No matter what we're going through, we will be back on Mondays and Thursdays to discuss something, okay? Because we're never, ever give up on your life or whatever you're going through. Don't give up on it. You can call Dr. Larry, okay? Dr. Larry will help you not to give up. All right. Next is finish what you start. And if you all listened to Dr. Larry's show about a week ago, and he was talking about his business and how he never did give up on that, and it's still going on because he always finished what he started. That is Philippians 1:6. That's our shortened version of that, okay? So tonight we're so happy to have our returning guest back with us. And Dr. Larry, what you think we're going to start off with?
Let's talk about business and the politics of it, and how it really affects business in our community, and what's going on in our community, especially the local African-American community in Fort Worth, and how we need to do some things differently.
Okay.
And better.
Okay, so since he made that long drawn out thing that I can't remember half of what he said, we're going to let Dr. Larry start it off. Come on, Doc. Talk to us, Dr. Larry. Woo!
I want to thank you guys for having me back again.
Yes.
I had a wonderful time. You guys have a platform that gives out information to the community. I watched the views. I had people, friends, business associates from college, people with $1 million businesses, young African-American men.
Wow.
That with $1 million businesses that watch your show,
Yes.
said that they were impressed. They're new viewers now.
All right.
And,
Woo! We always like new viewers. Yes.
It was just that you have a perspective, and that I think we need telling the truth.
That's right.
That's it.
We
Telling
have
the
to.
truth. Sometimes the truth is not pretty and nice, and but we have to face it and deal with it. And I think you guys have a wonderful platform for that.
But let me ask you this.
you,
Since
thank
we're talking about politics and we have elections coming up, why do you think it's hard for people of our color to go out and vote? Why is it hard to get us to go out and vote?
You know, it's
Or is it hard?
Yes, it is hard. I think it's laziness, ignorance. Look at all the people that died.
Yes, for
You
us to
know,
vote.
and got killed and shot and hung to vote. And we have a segment of the community that's too lazy or trifling to get in their car, drive 5 minutes to do something that changes. Because the false hope of thinking is my vote doesn't count.
Yes.
I think that, but you get a street that thinks that, then a neighborhood thinks that, and then the whole city
You're right.
thinks that.
That's
and,
right.
You know, and I think that's the problem. I don't think we cherish the right to vote when other communities do. They understand the power is in voting.
Right, right.
That's what changes everything.
And everybody votes count.
Everybody.
But they say that, they'll say, well, you know, my vote doesn't count anyway.
I think that's there's a generation that your parents, my parents fought really hard. My father, I mean, I remember as a kid him talking about a poll tax and standing in line in the top 6 area to vote. And there's a generation that thinks, what's the right word? They think they're entitled and everything's easy and there's nothing wrong in the communities and whatever. And I think it's just they have blinders on. I think they have blinders on that they don't know that there's people downtown on the 50th floor smoking a cigar with his foot on the desk, making decisions that affect our lives.
That's right. That's right.
And they're deciding where schools are going to be, where neighborhoods are going to be, where the new roads are going to be. And if we don't say anything,
our neighborhood's gonna be left out.
yeah, we will be left out.
We will be left out.
The only our voice is the vote, and I don't think our community as a whole understands the value of it and cherishes it as enough as our forefathers did.
That's true. What was Linda? What do you think about that?
I think I voted since I turned 18. I voted. I vote for a cat and dog, depending on which dog. But the thing is I think that I vote. I'm a triple A in voting because I believe that our forefathers and our, when I was coming up, dying, getting killed, and all that for the right to vote. But the thing is that when we place people, we vote for these individuals. And I read up on them and what they can do, what they accomplish, and all this. I do my evaluation of that person. But when that person comes in, and I know politics is a form of lying. Politics is a form of lying in order to get the vote from that person. But when you lie and then you get in office and then you don't accomplish nothing what you have told that individual that you are going to do, everybody can smile in your face, but they still lying because my girlfriend, she voted as well. So she told me that, and we had a discussion about this. She told me that she was no longer going to vote because she said, we vote these people in office and we call their offices to see what's the plans for this place, and nothing come of it. Like she called a individual that she voted for, and to this day, they have not returned her call.
Well, she should be calling them every day.
She calls every day.
Oh, wow.
So she said, my next step is I'm going to call the mayor. She said, maybe she can light something under there, But it's disheartening when you vote for an individual and that person is telling you they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and nothing falls through. It's snap cameras when like if you cutting a ribbon for something downtown, you in the photo.
Are you showing up in all these different places?
And you showing up in all these different areas where the camera and the news people gonna be there. My thing is, what are you doing? Of course, it's to me, everyone should vote because your vote do count. And I would never ever will not believe, because I'm gonna continue to vote, even if they lose. In the next election, I'm gonna vote for that person or whatever. But my thing is, be honest. Stop lying to African American people that you're gonna help them, and you're not helping us at all. I'm sorry, you're not helping us. You're just taking the dollars and grinning and cheesing when it's unnecessary. If you want to become somebody that the community can look up to. Back in the day, we could even look up to our pastors. Back in the day, their words stood, and they would tell us who to vote for, But now, you can't even. Some of the pastors
they won't. They won't even. I've been amazed at some African American pastors with large platforms. They'll say vote. How can? I don't know what percentage of African Americans voted for Barack Obama. I know guys that had never voted in their lives. They came out to vote for Barack Obama, which, but when an African American pastor can't stand in his platform and simply say, go vote for Barack. This is life changing. This is once in a lifetime that I thought I'd never see. Mm-hmm. My father thought he'd never see it. Right. You know, and we won't get to see it again. Our grandchildren won't see this again. They fixed it where it'll be another 100 years. It'll be another 100 years. They fixed it. Oh, he fought around and won. We're gonna fix this to make it harder for the next one. They fixed it, and so. I don't know. I think we need to, again, that's why they got recalls when we elect people. That's why we got recalls. That's why we got to, you can recall. And enough people complain, and I don't know the number, but you get X number of people that are disenchanted with this elected official, and you can have a revote to vote them out. But you got, its strength is in numbers, you know, but. I don't know specifically who you're talking to, but sadly, Fort Worth has a history of being Uncle Tomish, step and fetch it. We've had that history for as long as I can remember. I mean, you watch people in Dallas. And man, they ain't taking it. They ain't hearing it. And we just take it on the chin and smile. And I don't understand that. I told somebody the other day, money is not that important to me to give them my self-respect and my manhood. I don't like money. I don't like money that much. I need it, but because when I die, I'm not taking a dime with me. Only thing I'm gonna take is my self-respect and my name. And that's all I'm taking. I like that. I don't know how I know politics is funny. You got to give some and take some and compromise. But, man, we seem like we sell out.
Quick.
We see $2 that we can get. It's a wrap. I'm over-exaggerating, but it's and there's a big, the county commissioner's race. We got a big county commissioner's race. And like I mentioned on the last show about the MWBE program, made 100 black millionaires in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. If we don't get the right people, we get the right people in there, you'll see some small, unheard of African-American business prosper. Where did he come from? But we get the wrong person in there, we'll be starving.
Right. When you were saying, I was thinking about the other night, I was looking at the city council, I think it was in Dallas, with Jasmine. Mm-hmm. And
she don't play.
Oh, no, did you see her? She went off on that lady. Then the lady said, I think you can't see too well because you got your eyelashes, they so long. Oh, Jasmine went off on her. And then this other lady went off on her because she called her back. I thought that was so disrespectful for her to say something like that. Your eyelashes are too long. And that's the reason why you can't see.
They got to the point where they don't care.
They don't respect one another.
I hate to say this, but what I've witnessed, the Trump effect has allowed certain communities that in the past they wouldn't say certain things for the political climate. Now they don't care. Mm-mm. They might as well call you the N-word. They're just think nothing of it. Curse you out. Somebody in Fort Worth County Commissioner's Court, I think somebody else called a lady a girl, a grown woman. Yeah. It's just that we have to, we have to, like Ms. Linda said, we have to get people in office that are not afraid and not that job or their position is the end all to be all for them, because sometimes you got to lose the game. And
that's what I liked about Jasmine, how she was standing up for her.
She does not play.
She doesn't play.
And she ain't been in that long?
No, she just got in
like
there.
A year or so?
Since
Eddie Bernice Johnson. Man. And she is on every TV show. Look, a Sunday. Look at any TV show. Mm-hmm. And anything about Dallas or voting or blacks or inclusion or diversity, she's on there because she's outspoken and she talks the truth.
If she gonna speak it, whether you like it or not.
Right.
And she was very professional, even though the woman said that, which was a white city council woman, to say that to her. That was so disrespectful. And then I think they escorted the woman out because she just kept going back and forth. But it's ridiculous that our system today is like that. Because when the former president sit there and talked about the woman under a dress, and didn't think nothing of it. He said the P word, you know, and they didn't say nothing of it. But the thing of it is, we allow anything. People are just so disrespectful nowadays that they don't care what they say, how they say it. Just because they up here, they think they can belittle people down here, they think. And people lose respect. That's why a lot of people say, why do I go out and vote?
Right.
Because they going to put who in office. But I still feel that you should still vote.
Right.
If you have the right to vote, I think you ought to go and vote. Read up on the people and see if that's who you want to vote for, and vote. Just go and vote, I think. I don't know. What do you think, Kimberly?
They're grown-ups. They're consenting adults. I mean, for me to go back and forth with people, I think a lot of things have to do with how you're raised. If it's that some things aren't instilled in you as, you know, a young child, you probably won't have a subconscious interrupt where you're going to do it when you're older. So what we're doing, we're focusing all of our energy on those that just won't vote. I mean, you can't make them. They're grown-ups. They have to have a subconscious interrupt. It's just like receiving Jesus Christ or tithing. I mean, you can hit somebody over the head, and try to force them to do it, but they're not. So the thing is to take those that are willing and are open and direct our energy towards them. I think, like you said earlier, you have to take responsibility for your own actions. Safe voting is no accident. If you weren't brought up to vote, you probably won't get into it. If it wasn't something discussed in your home and talked about, you're really not going to be interested. So
they don't consider it important.
Right, it's not going to have the same value as some of the other things that have value. And even though people are going to disrespect us, I mean, we just have to know that. But the thing is that we just have to stay on the issue.
Yeah.
With the two ladies going back and forth, I just wish the other lady had just stayed on the issue. You didn't have to go down with her. I just need somebody to just stay on the issue. Tell me what the issue is. And I think that's what's swaying everybody, because if we in politics, y'all in politics, not me. If we're going to act like everybody else, then why do we want to go vote? Because we're just watching a cat fight.
Right.
We're not watching anybody step back and just stay on the issues and stay focused. And then they could have dealt with her later. That's what we need. That's what we're looking for, even in church. In any field, in any career, that's what we're looking for. Is somebody that will stay on the issues no matter what, no matter how I'm being treated. Let's stay focused. Okay, you over here acting up. Okay, let's just stay focused. Now it becomes a circus. Right. And the circus just keeps going. Just because someone is acting crazy, why am I allowing them to lead me away from who I am?
Right.
I came here to talk about this, let's stay on this. We'll address all these other areas, but it doesn't. It just becomes just a three-ring circus. You get it, me, I got you. You go viral, we go viral. I gotta get the last word. I got this in. I got this in. You redeeming my time. Okay, y'all. What are the issues? So what is happening is the young people, they get turned off because they're already doing all that. You're looking for somebody with integrity, right? Class. Right. And you're looking for another Barack Obama, right? That's what we're looking for. I'm talking about as far as the class and the dignity.
We're looking for somebody that's honest.
That's it.
And that sees the demand, stands for right.
Right.
And you said the key word. When you said value, people don't see value in voting. A lot of people don't see value in education.
No, right.
You know, I love my community. Oh my God,
I do too.
I love my heritage.
Yes.
But sometimes I question how that person was raised.
Yeah.
How that person, your parents are so low.
Yep.
I'm trying to figure out. You can't take out running. You're doing something illegal, but you can't take out running.
Because you're tripping
You can't take off your pants. It ain't cool. It ain't stylish. It ain't GQ. It ain't none of that.
Job most of the time.
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So, Mr. Kemp, so what happened is that saying went viral, right? And
yes,
everybody's passing that saying around. What the BBB, all the B's. What she said about the lady bleach, blonde.
Oh yeah.
But the young people.
You talking about with Jasmine thing or what?
Right.
Oh, okay.
But they still don't know the issue.
Yeah.
They still don't know what were we actually addressing. That has been watered down, and the only thing that everyone's talking about and passing around that's going viral is the, what do you call it? The joning, what do we call it? The name calling. That's the only thing that went viral, not the actual issue. So what were y'all actually talking
They didn't
about?
even get to the actual issue.
So
really.
had Jasmine not said that, not that she was wrong I'm saying she's wrong. Had she not said it, just stay with the issue. We just need the issues to go viral. Right. They aren't going viral.
Oh, you know they're not gonna do that.
And that's what turns young people off. We have to look at it from their eyes.
Right.
Not so much us looking
Right.
down, but them looking up. Well, they
Right.
act just like we act.
Right.
When you
Why,
go to
why should I vote? That's what they're saying.
Why should I go to church? The pastor ain't acting no better
Yeah.
than me. Why should I do this? My parents don't do it. Why are you trying to
And
impose
then sometimes you have to
something
take
on me?
responsibility for yourself, because when I was a young male, I didn't go to church because I saw what some pastors were doing, and
There you go.
I was disheartened by it. But I had to look at it. That's them.
But what age? At what age did you make that transformation work? Because I had to do the same thing too.
It
I
was
had to do
in
the same thing,
my, oh my God, mid to late 20s, because I struggled with it. You know, hey, look at what so and so. I know
And
what
you
he
hearing all this stuff.
and seeing
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
hearing it and seeing it. I went to church when I was young, but
That's what he said.
I went to church when I was young. My parents made me. And then when I got to be about 17, 18, 19, I started seeing things in my community with pastors.
Yeah.
And it put a
Right,
bad
right.
distaste in my
There you
mouth.
go.
Right,
There
there it
you
is.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
I lost all respect and all that. And I recall, and you know, everybody's when a particular well-known pastor on a national level had a baby out of wedlock, older guy. You know what I'm talking
Right,
about.
right.
And I just simply said, he's a human. He's a man.
Right.
He's a man. What do you expect? He ain't God. He's a man.
That's right.
Have you ever listened to the? Oh Lord, I won't say that. Have you ever listened to the tapes of Martin Luther King? And the tapes are real.
Yeah.
They are real. They ain't fake.
No.
They're not fake. Because he simply was a man. And we tend to. I think we don't do it that much. We put some of the wrong people on pedestals.
Pedestals, right. I
There
agree.
you go.
I agree.
The
I
pedestal.
agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
before it might have been a pastor or whatever, and today it's a basketball player and a
Right,
rapper,
right,
which
right.
is crazy.
Right.
That's not my role model. That's not my hero.
So,
You know?
with what you said, and that happened for you in your 20s, looking back, how can you make that shift for other people that are in their 20s to get them to see?
To understand that
from
the
the
man is
perspective you see.
human.
No, to go vote, to go to
Oh, to
church,
vote.
to tithe, to
Um,
live right, to take care
You
of
gotta
your family.
you gotta educate.
Education.
You gotta get you have to. Okay, I never understood tithing fully because I was in my 40s.
I know that right. I ain't mad at you. I still want my coins back.
I didn't
I'm
understand.
still fighting for my 20%.
Because you're saying to
Percent,
you're saying to yourself, the average person says, I can't give 10%.
Right.
Before they even do it, before they figure it, they've convinced themselves
Say
they
up that
cannot.
Yeah.
They've convinced themselves they can't do first fruit.
Right,
Right.
right, right.
But what they're missing is there's a blessing in that. There's a blessing in it. There's a blessing in it.
Yes, it
the,
is.
The theory of reaping and sowing has been around 1,000 years. It don't change.
Yeah.
You can't give the good and get bad back. You
Woo,
give the good,
come
you
on.
give the good, you don't get good back.
That's
The harder
right.
you work, it's gonna grow.
That's
The
right.
lazier you are, you ain't gonna get nothing.
That's right.
You're not gonna plant roses and get. You're not gonna plant bull nettles and get roses. It just don't work that way. This is. I didn't invent it. I don't believe in karma. I believe in reaping and sowing, which people say that's the same thing. It's
No,
not to me
it's not the
because
same.
the
No.
reaping and sowing is what you put out.
Yeah.
If I see somebody with bad energy, I run.
Uh-huh. I don't like
I can't be around it.
Yeah.
You know. And if I see somebody that speaks negative, I know I don't do gossips. I don't do liars. Liars hang around liars, and gossips hang around gossip. We hang around people like us, like whoever you are.
Wow.
And you know, I protect. You know, most of my life I never protected my spirit. I didn't protect who I was around. I'd be around anybody.
What do you mean you never protected your spirit?
I'd be around a liar, drug dealer. I ain't selling drugs.
But you didn't let that spirit come on you, though, did you? Or did you?
I'm not
Did you
gonna-
Oh, he pleading the fifth. Oh, he pleading the fifth,
I'm not
y'all.
pleading the fifth. I'm just saying I
I
didn't
understand
protect
what you're
it.
saying.
Right.
I
I
understand what you're
didn't.
saying.
I would
didn't
be
protect.
around anybody because my mind is I'm not doing it. Today I can't
Yes,
be around anybody.
I can't do that. Right,
I
right.
can't. And not that
Is that because you have grown in the spirit or what?
Educated.
I've educated the spirit because now I know
What it?
in my belief
Uh-huh.
of this world and religion and whatever. I'm not the most religious. I probably can only say one scripture, but probably maybe two.
That's all you need.
Probably only two, maybe two, and that they ain't gonna be right. But I protect my being.
Right.
I protect when I know I'm around a liar. I ain't gonna be around a liar. If I know I'm around a man that cheats, I don't be around cheats. There's nothing.
That's it. Come on
there's
now.
Nothing.
I like that.
And I've been around men that were bragging about cheating.
Yeah.
I wasn't a perfect husband, but I didn't brag about it. I'm not saying I did
I was
it,
not a perfect husband, y'all.
but I didn't brag about it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There's
come on,
nothing.
Mr.
There's
Kemp,
nothing
come on.
to brag about wrong.
Wrong. That's
Right.
right. That's
Well,
right.
I commit. You know
That
what?
is true.
That's true.
That is true.
Come on,
You know
Mr.
we're
Kemp.
the only community on this planet that glorifies illegal activity.
Yeah.
We're the
I
only
agree.
community.
I brag on it.
We back in the
brag
'60s,
on
we
it.
bragging, okay, pimps and hustlers.
Yeah.
What are they doing good?
They was pimping and hustling.
And he's the hero in the neighborhood because we had ignorance.
Right.
We were
'Cause they didn't
ignorant.
know no better.
Yeah, they didn't know about that. Ain't no hero.
That's right.
Everybody I know was a hustler, and I know some guys that took that road. The retirement plan ain't that good. The retirement
ain't good.
ain't that good. The investment program ain't that good. You know, I mean,
Well, the investment program is good.
Short term.
Wait. If you have someone that know how to put it in a
how
savings
many
account.
do have that?
But-
Probably
but
one out
that's
of
true,
1
but
million.
The investment plan is excellent if you find somebody that I remember you saying that you want what did you say you didn't
A
want
team
no
player?
girlfriend, you
Oh,
want
a teammate.
He wanted a
teammate.
teammate.
Okay.
Your teammate
Can get
Okay.
that
will
money.
take care of.
Okay, but
what
you know what
have
happened?
brought
Okay, but if you get legal activity, you roll into the RICO Act where they seize all your legal money. So
Not
you
if
can't
they-
win.
they-
No, if it's
wait,
if you get it by legal means, they have the right to take it. I don't care what you did. I know a lot of
That's
people
true. They
that
do
have
have the
bought
right to take
things
it.
and it gets
Not
taken
not
because the
name.
funds were illegal.
That's it.
I know a lot of people.
Sound like Dr. Blue
Now,
knows somebody.
I know somebody, I know people that have benefited well from activities of other persons that were in their families, and they got blessed. They're not in that. Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
What I have a problem with is our neighborhood glorifying illegal activity.
Right.
Yeah.
There is nothing cool about a
that's
prostitute,
wrong. That's
a
wrong.
pimp, a drug dealer.
That's
It's
wrong.
It's not.
There's nothing cool about it. I don't see it, and when I hear it, it makes my stomach
And
turn
plus it's dangerous.
because the
you're
ignorance
looking over your
and
back all
the
the time.
damage
Yeah.
they're doing to our culture. How can that be a good thing?
It's not.
It's not. And then they bring the kids up
In that
thinking that they
environment.
glorify this,
Yep.
you know. Oh, I can get this car, man. I can get this here, man. I can do this.
But it's motivated by prosperity, though.
Yeah, greed,
Right.
short-term greed,
Right, and
greed.
it's not saying whether it's right or wrong, as long as you get there.
Yeah, right.
As long as you get that bag.
Get
Yeah.
there. And so your values and all of that becomes nothing. That's where it becomes a problem.
Right.
You know, even when you're dealing with politics and everything else, a lot of people, even with the politics, as they move into it, the main concern is getting in office.
Right.
Then after they get there, I just want to stay in office.
Stay in office,
I
right.
just want to stay in.
What it takes.
So I'll go with my group or my side, no matter what they're doing. I just don't want to move from my spot.
Right.
And so the concern is not, the focus is not on the people
Right.
or what you said you were going to do from the beginning.
Right.
And so that goes even in the ministry and everything else.
Right.
And before you know it, they can get caught up in the ministry, in the middle of it all, and the Lord is telling them what to say, and they still won't say
Right.
it because I don't want to offend certain individuals, or I don't want to expose something I'm doing myself.
Right.
Wow.
But the only difference is God will push you into it. In certain
And
things
God will
like that.
expose your butt
Yes,
too.
He will.
He'll
And make
expose
you expose
You-
yourself
you-
right in front of
yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
But the government and everything else is not going to do that.
Oh, of course not.
Because you're my friend, and
Right.
I already know what you're doing.
Right.
I'm not gonna put that out there. You know, if it's wrong. But if it's right, you standing up for right. It don't make no difference what side, people are right on both sides.
Right.
You know, in every house, you got somebody right and wrong in there.
Right.
It ain't me, Keith.
Yeah, you
I'm
know,
right.
the house still needs to.
I'm right, Keith.
And then
Right.
there are times when you are wrong.
Right, but we
You
don't own
yourself,
up to it.
you don't own up to
We
it.
don't
you know.
want to own
And
up
so
what
that's
we want.
just like even in a relationship, whatever, you know, it comes that time when you have to just say, I was wrong, I'm sorry.
I can't
And
pass.
being
How
wrong
many
is not
people
a
gonna do
crime. Being wrong is not a crime.
But how
Being
many
wrong,
people admit it a lot of
It's
times
not
that they
right. It's
wrong?
not.
let me tell you, it depends on.
Who it is?
We can't have apostle on too often.
Huh?
We can't have apostle on too often. I can't admit I'm wrong. Look, I can't admit that part.
Being wrong and admitting it is a freeing thing.
Yeah.
It frees you.
Right.
It sure does.
I made a comment to a person. And
You hear that, Keith
it
Jeffries?
was real. It just sort of look in the face, and it had something to do with relationships. And they just stared at me, and I said, I'm being honest. I said, you know, it took me this long, or 2 failed marriages, to change things about me.
Yeah.
You know, and I said my focus was taking care of my family, and some other things. What men get caught up in, we get caught up in feeding our families and sending kids to school and paying tuition. And if I do that, that's all I have to do, and that's not true.
Okay.
You know, that's not true. I know that I experienced some people that I admired and respected, and when I found out they were cheating on their wives, it blew me away.
Yeah.
Wow.
It really hurt me. I admired these men.
Because you looked up to him.
But you know what? Sometimes you can become what you hated.
Yeah.
Yes.
You become what you hated.
Yeah.
And you don't even know it.
That's people of that spirit.
You know? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there was
But
a
that's
man.
why you say you'll never say I never.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
never
might
say
find that never doing.
Yeah.
You'll find yourself doing it.
Yeah. And it's not that you're better. It's just I tell people it's life.
Yeah.
Live long enough. It's just life.
It's
And,
life.
and
Keep
and-
living.
and- yeah. And like what Lil Wayne say, life is a roller coaster. About the ups and downs. He said, "This is why should I scream? This is what I dream for." And you gotta, we want this great husband, but you ain't a great wife.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's
But
a
everybody
good point.
want
That's
a
good
great, rich, good-looking husband, but you ain't a great, good-looking woman.
Not a great.
And I want a real man. I don't have a problem with extra nothing. I don't have a problem with it. Extra nails, extra nothing. But don't say you want a real man and you got fake breasts, fake booty, fake this. And how can you get a real
You
man?
have everything fake.
But ain't nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it if you're enhancing your beauty, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
But don't say you want a real man and you ain't real.
Well, why can't you want a real man even though if you're not real? Maybe you can make the real man can make that woman real.
But you know what? If your hair nappy, I'm gonna like you with your nappy hair.
That's
Me.
right. Come on,
Me.
nappy hair. That's
I don't
it.
care.
Come on,
I
nappy
don't,
hair.
I've matured to the point. I told somebody, and they cracked up. I said, I do not care what my next partner looks like. She can have one eye in the middle of her head.
Oh, hey.
She can have one leg. I do not care.
make
The
me
only
hop
thing I
after
care about what?
What'd you say,
You
Liz?
know that? Don't make me hop after you.
I care about does she buy into my dream?
That's it.
like that.
And is
That's
she
it.
my partner?
That's
There
it.
you go. There you go.
I don't care if you can't cook. I can't cook.
Come on,
I can't cook either.
Come on, Come on, Kemp. Yeah. Come on.
I don't care because I don't. The things I looked at 22 and 32 and
don't
67,
phase you
I don't look at
That's
it now.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
It's not a
Yes.
concern
That's
of mine.
right. I hear
I don't
you.
care. I don't care about your hair. If you want some hair, we'll go buy some hair. Okay. If you want some breasts, we'll go buy some breasts. I don't care.
But you can take those breasts off and you still don't care.
I don't care. I don't care about a physical appearance of a person.
But you looking at what she got up here too?
No, in here.
In your heart.
In your
I
That's what I'm
like
looking
that.
at.
It's
That's
in
what I'm
your
looking at.
heart.
That's what I'm
when-
looking at.
So you're a good listener when they coming around.
I'm better. I'm better.
But you better at listening.
Better than I was.
Okay,
Yeah, because
good,
I can tend to dominate the conversation. I can do it. Okay? But I want somebody. Men don't understand the fact that you ain't that good looking and you ain't that smart. It's the money you make.
Yes,
And
it
you
is.
get
Come
past
on
that.
there. It
'Cause I've
is.
seen
Look,
some
you said
ugly men with some really good looking women. And I've said,
And they
okay, if
got
he
some
could,
good money, too.
I said, if he didn't shoot these threes and make $30 million, she wouldn't. Ain't no way that woman
Well,
be
she
with
would
him.
be
There ain't
there.
no
She
way.
wouldn't be there. No,
But
she wouldn't.
maybe she would be. I don't know.
No, she wouldn't.
Maybe she would.
Kim said no.
Maybe she would. But and another thing, I don't. In our community, I think we have an amazing community. But what we have to do better is we have to have better respect.
Right.
You know, for everybody. You know,
Everybody,
now people say, okay, don't say the B word.
Ooh, I hate that
I have
word.
a struggle. I don't like the N word said around me.
Right, right.
I
Not
try
to
not
show
to say it. I try not
Right.
because it doesn't denote a black person to me. It denotes an ignorant, lazy, sorry person. That's what I see when I hear that word. It doesn't. If you Google it, it don't say. It might say something about black, but the black is related to the word Niger or Negro or whatever. But it denotes this monster, lazy type person,
Yes.
and that just turns my stomach. And young black males say it too easy.
Oh, they
my
say it
God.
But that depends on your environment that you're in.
Yes, sir.
You know,
You're right.
because I
Exactly
had-
right.
At a time, all of my friends were just talking like that anyway. Before you know it, you become a part of it.
That's
I,
it.
but I'm real
It's fair
quick.
until you get to that point where
You know, I tell somebody,
So
hey
I
man,
had
don't
to
say
ask
that word
God,
around me.
take
I
it-
did too.
Take it out of my vocabulary, out of my mouth. You know, and so even that, not only that, but just cussing and what have you,
Right,
because
right.
it become normal. This is how you communicate.
Right.
You know, if you cuss each other out, everybody's doing
And,
it.
you know,
You
when-
don't think
and-
nothing of it.
Yeah.
It's
Every-
normal.
it's-
But
it's
then I
normal.
had to get to the point where I said, Lord, you're gonna have to take it out of
And
me.
it doesn't.
I'm not
It's
comfortable
not.
with
It doesn't relay your ignorance.
Right,
It relays
right.
that you don't know how to communicate well. Because
You
there's a
said,
better
no.
word to say. It's a better word to say to
Yeah.
get your point across.
Yeah,
I know
man.
the first time my daughter used the curse word at me, I was shocked. But she was making a point. She was
Right,
trying to make a point
right,
because she doesn't curse.
Right.
You know, as males in my community, we use it freely.
Right.
But I realized as I got older and older, it's a sign of ignorance. It's a better word to use. It's more descriptive,
right.
and you can use it in everybody's presence. And I don't curse around. I try not to curse. I can have to be really mad, but I try not to. I'm about 90%. But I don't want to curse in a woman's presence. I try not to curse in my grandchildren's
Yeah.
presence
Yeah.
because they're gonna hear me
Right,
cursing. They're gonna think it's
right.
right.
They gonna
And
think
so
it's right.
They're gonna
That's
think it's
it.
right,
That's
and they're gonna
it.
think it's right.
That's it.
And I think what we have to do as a whole, we have to respect females and respect each other
And then
the most.
respect yourself.
Respect yourself.
You start with respecting yourself first.
Yeah, that's where it starts.
But like it is, you know, like I was sharing before, when I went off to college, that's all I heard the women saying, be this and be that. And
Yeah,
it
before
sounded
you know
good
it,
to
you get
me.
used to it.
I thought the word sounded pretty cool, then the whole word and all
Yeah.
that. Until I came home and my mama made me read the definition of what the B word was. So I don't like that. But that's normal on TV now.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You look at all these
Right.
shows now,
Yeah.
most
Right,
of
it become
everybody is
normal.
calling the B word, but it sounds so different when a man say it than a woman saying it. When a man calls that woman that.
Yeah.
You know, it just sounds different to me. But it means the same thing. It's so
Yeah,
disrespectful.
it's very derogatory.
Still the same,
Yeah.
right.
It's still the same. But
It
if that's
is,
your
it's
normal of communication,
Right.
you know, I knew this couple, how they communicate with cussing each other.
Yeah.
I mean, that was their language. And I'm sitting there saying,
Right.
dang, I knew I was
And-
a big cursor, but did I sound like that? And I mean, that's
wow.
just normal
Like, yeah, just right,
conversation
it
for
becomes
them.
nothing.
And then I'm like, is this how y'all communicate? And one of the best Sunday school teachers.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
you up here cursing like this, and get up in Sunday school and just teach like nothing. And see, when I first started out preaching, he would be scared because I would just be cursing, boy. Boom, boom.
Yeah, she
And
let
he
you
would
have
get
it.
up, he'd be like, oh, Lord, please don't let her curse. Please don't let her curse. Please don't let her curse while I'm preaching. But that was just something that I picked up. I didn't get it in the house. I picked it up out
Yeah.
there with the
Yeah,
people around me.
association.
Right.
Association.
Right.
And stuff, you know, and it became a normal thing for me.
Right.
But then after I got around other people,
Right.
more
right.
other educated or people like that, when I started getting that, it was like, oh, you can't talk like that
Right,
now. You
right.
got to talk like
Right.
on this level. So I was able to communicate
So-
different ways, you know. So,
Yeah, so what we're doing is trying to improve ourselves and others around us.
Right.
Right.
And so you get to that point where you see certain things are wrong and you don't say anything.
Right.
But he didn't know to do right and don't do it. To him, it's
Well, you know, like psychologists and sociologists said, you show me your 5 friends and I'll tell you everything about you.
yeah.
That's right.
Because
Whoever you're surrounded with.
Right.
That's
So even
right.
with things
That's
that you
good,
were
that's
talking
true.
about,
preachers don't hang around pimps and drug dealers.
That's right.
They
I know
hang,
we
you,
don't.
you hang around people like you.
yeah,
But
so
we
I
want
had
them to come in now.
There was a lot of things I had to clean out of me that wasn't in me, and I started picking it up from people. Now I understand it from spirits. You get around certain
Oh, yeah,
spirit,
yeah.
they become on you.
Yeah.
But I thank God from now, for my upbringing, for where I came from,
Mm-hmm.
because my father had told me a lot of things, that he had experienced. My father said it was a time when, like even on the cussing, he said he cussed so much, everything came out of his mouth with a cuss
With a
word.
cuss word.
And he was shocked me telling me that because I had never heard him
Never
cuss in my
thought he
life.
would. Never heard
Never
it.
heard him. He said every
The
word
whole
out
time
of my
he was
mouth was a cuss
cuss
word.
word.
And my friend and I, we used to cuss each other out. He said when we come up, we see each other, we just like, show me some love, man. Show me some love.
That's how they would
Then
do
we
it.
cuss each other out. But it became a normal with them.
Wow.
He
Right.
said, but what changed him, his friend was dying. And he said he went to see him in the hospital, and he said, I wanted him to cuss me so bad out of the hospital bed
'Cause he
to
was
make me
sick.
feel close. He said, my friend just looked at me and never said a word, and he died. He never cursed again.
Oh, wow.
But see, what happens is certain spirits will come on you from different people that
Yes,
you're around.
yes, you will.
You have different things, you pick up that way.
That's right.
If you're not stronger, the strongest one is going to take over the spirit of the other
Yeah,
one.
yes.
They'll become more like you, and in most cases, you become like them. It's wrong. Whatever they're doing,
That's right.
No
You
different.
don't catch us,
Yeah.
yeah.
no different. Just like you said, like the role model and how you look, and all it was like. It would bother me to see somebody playing off on their wife and stuff like that, like you said.
Yeah.
And I had friends that would do that, different things. And then I got in friends, we get high together. First, I would never do that, never do it. I even said I wasn't gonna get high until my brother died, and then I got started getting high. But let me let me
your
do what
pain
you
away.
do.
Take your pain
Well,
away.
now I'm caught in it, and it's
Yeah.
years before I'm out of it.
Right.
But then I have friends that all get high every day, all day. Start out in the morning, all day long. It becomes a lifestyle, and you keep people around you that do what you do.
Right, yeah. To make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, and
you
then
feel
now you're
comfortable
comfortable.
around
You're comfortable with the drinkers here and the smokers over here. This one don't drink alcohol. He only drinks beer. So you have the
gonna be
beer
the beer
drinkers
drinker.
and your wine drinkers.
Yeah.
And so I got it with the ones that'll lay out on the street too. Like you said, I associate with them all, but I got with them doing what they were doing. You were just, I thought, I just had me, but see, they were doing it with a problem. I didn't have the problem. But now I have your problem.
Yeah.
Now I know what you're doing because I'm doing it.
Right.
But there was a friend, he was just constantly talking about being with somebody else and on and on. And his wife was faithful to him. I mean, she was there. And before I knew it, one day, he was always talking about women. This one, that one, and look at this, and look at her butt, and look at this, yeah, on it. And it got me one day. I said, man, the best one is for you is your wife.
Yeah.
And I said, what did I say then? I didn't want, but I guess it just got me at a certain point. But it comes at a time when your spiritual part of you start rising up. Right. You're going to have your mind, you got your body, you have your spirit. And your spirit is going to either rise up and take authority, or your mind is. Right. Your mind will move towards your flesh. Things that just make me feel good at the time.
Right.
But your spirit is going to deal with things that's whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it because my mama never did this. Or my father never was like this.
Right.
And you can see your other people treating your parents any kind of way, but you ain't going to do that.
Right.
You would never say that to your mother.
Right.
Never like that with your father, no matter what. No matter how low you go, he said, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
So you have a spiritual stop sign. Let me shut up.
Yeah, but you always
You
have
gonna
to
go
have,
so far,
You always, it's
I'm
like
not gonna
accountability.
go as far as
We
you.
all need somebody to hold us accountable.
That's right.
That's right.
No
Hold us
matter,
accountable.
I don't care how
I'm
rich
not
and
going
famous.
as far as you.
Yeah, because you rich
I
and
might
famous
go
or
down the
whatever.
road, but not as
People,
far as you
they
going.
do whatever they want to because nobody will say you wrong.
Yeah, that's where it's
And
the
that's
problem.
true. But
A
that's
lot of times-
that's how Linda and I we become real good friends. Because see, I didn't like her last when I first met her. Ooh,
Nah, they
stand
couldn't get along.
We couldn't get along. She came to one of our Women Vision, I think, meeting. And I used to say, oh, she get on my nerve. And she was
You know
just
why you might have didn't like it? Y'all were too much alike.
That's it. But and check this out. And check this out.
That might have
and
been
then,
it.
And so then my husband, he kept saying, well, maybe that's your assignment. I don't like her. I don't want to be around her.
Yeah, I just
And she would say something, boy, I would go at her. And then I was thinking, I can't do that. I can't be acting like her. But how I ended up doing it was I had to get me right.
Yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
you say you
Yeah.
don't blame the people?
Yeah.
No.
You go to you.
Yeah.
So I had to examine myself. I
Yeah.
say, now, here I am trying to be a pastor. I'm trying to live the right way. And here I am. It was like, and then I had to learn that the spirit, I said, oh, the spirit is really picking at me through her. And it wasn't really her, it was a spirit. So I started treating her nice like. It still didn't help. She would still come at me. So one day, this is what happened. She ended up coming to I went over there one day and she was going to commit suicide.
Oh, wow.
No, I called.
No, you called me because you was thinking about it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
we was
wow.
in church.
It was Sunday. It was a
It was
Sunday.
on a Sunday. And I said, I don't usually answer my phone on no Sunday when people call, but the Spirit
Now
said answer.
remember, she didn't like me.
I didn't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, that's
I
what
didn't
that
like it.
is.
And I sure
She
wasn't going to answer the
could've
phone.
said-
I mean, so,
She said, well, hell, go ahead and kill
That's right. But see, I didn't know all this here. And so
No,
the
you didn't
Spirit
need to
told
call
me,
me.
say,
You
oh
didn't
no,
know.
Glen would have just sit there and just went on. But the Spirit said, answer your phone. When I answered the phone, she started talking about all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even like her. Maybe I would let her go and kill herself.
oh, she told you she was thinking about
Yeah,
suicide.
she said she was in this dark place and you
Right.
had the
Oh,
lights
wow.
off or something.
Wow.
I needed to. I said, I can't. There's something telling me to
Kill myself.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah,
oh,
spirit.
It was a
I said,
Sunday morning.
yeah, it was on a
Spirit.
Sunday morning. She said, I'm thinking about killing myself, and I'm thinking, go on and do it. But then the Spirit said, tell her to get up and come to church.
Any church.
And I said, go to any church. You don't. We weren't pastoring then. I said, go to any church. Get out of that house right now, and come to church. And she had already been over to the church we was at before we started this church.
But you know what? And
And
she's
she
interrupting. With you not liking her, God brought her to you.
I
Yeah.
know it.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want it.
It was. See, I don't believe in happenstance.
No,
and
it didn't. I
chance.
knew
No,
God sent
yeah.
her.
He
to me.
brought.
I knew
it.
He brought her to you to
Right.
make you better, not her better.
I know, and it
To
did.
make you better.
I know, and that's what I realized. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
It changed my whole life because I started saying, how can I be like this and I can't love my enemies? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So really,
Linda said, I want no enemy.
well, I didn't like you. You was
But
an
at the
enemy at that
time,
time. You know, but and after
It
this,
was
she
in her. It was
and
in
then
her.
she, but it was, you're right, it was to help me,
Yeah.
to humble me, to like somebody, because he said, I'll make your enemies your footstool and all this. And I was ready to step on her foot. But, you know, when I told her that, I didn't know she was going to come to the church we was at, right? And my son, my baby son, the one I really want you to talk to, Lord Jesus, I want you to talk to him. And he was preaching that Sunday. Darius was preaching that Sunday. And everything Darius preached on, it was hitting her.
Oh wow.
And it helped her to change her life.
Oh, wow.
And then she would come and we started getting closer and closer. And then,
She started picking me up to work.
oh Lord, I didn't want to do that either.
Every day.
Every day her car broke down and I had to pick her up. I was like, God, why you
There
taking
wasn't
me
nothing
like
wrong with
this?
no car. Come on now.
I was like, and he kept saying, that's your assignment. That's your
There was
assignment.
nothing wrong with my car.
But she wanted me to pick her up because she was lazy, didn't want to drive. But what I'm saying is when you said that part, but the thing of it is, I had to help her get a lot of stuff. So when she would do something, God would say, now you got to correct her. I said, Lord, why do I have to do it? Why can't you send somebody else to do it? And so she would do little things and I had to correct her.
Yeah.
And so I would tell her, but this is how I would start off. How would I start off?
You know I love you.
She said, sister, you know I love you, don't you? And I'm like, oh, hell, what have I done?
But that was the only way, really, that I could get her to control her anger.
Oh wow. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it helped me, and it also helped her.
yeah, it's gonna
And
help
we
you both.
became closer because we started recognizing. Then next thing I know, she came over there and joined the church. I said, well, now I'm stuck with her. But she had changed by that time. She was a good person then.
You know, I read an article and about changing people. I read an article and experienced this myself that a lot of the schools, you know, they do studies of the number of brown and black boys that are in third, fourth, and fifth grade to build prisons. Okay, that's how they build the prisons, project to build prisons, looking at the population. And I was reading this article about how corporal punishment with whippings or whippings does not work on black males. And the guy was talking about how you get a black male to have value systems and responsibility and accountability is not by a whip or a board. It's by love.
Okay?
And I looked at my relationship with my father. Like I told you, he only had to say something one time.
That's it.
I was not afraid of him by no stretch of the imagination.
No.
I loved him. I loved that man. And I did not want to disappoint him. Okay? I did not want to disappoint that man. That man was screaming and cussing me out. And I was in my 50s. And I would feel like a 10-year-old. Right. Because everything I want to do. And they say that to enhance and nurture young black males, you have to show them love and show them respect and show them responsibility, and that whipping stuff is going to shift, and they're going to love you back and not want to disappoint you. I'll tell you a story, personal story. My grandson, my oldest grandson, he's an amazing kid now. He had never made a B. He was bad, hard-headed, and I had been to expenses to put him and his sister in a private school, which I really believe in education, even though I didn't get a good one. Because I was lazy and sorry. Okay, that's why I didn't get a good one. And so I don't remember exactly what he did. His mother's telling me to whoop him. Grandmother, everybody telling me to whoop his butt. And I'm mad. I'm going to whoop his butt. And I'm telling him I'm finna whoop his butt. I said, I'm going to tear your butt up. And we go in the restroom, and I'm getting ready to whip him. And I don't know. I believe in whippers, I guess. I'm getting ready to whip him, and I start telling them how much my father loved him.
Wow.
I said, you know, I counted out the grandkids and the children, me and my 3 brothers, and I said, you know what? My father told me you were special. Like a week before he died. He said, and I said, wait a minute, he make bad grades. What about the straight A students? No, Larry, he the one. I said, you crazy. My father's died. And tell me, Larry, watch over him.
Okay.
I said, but his sister's straight A student, and so-and-so said, Larry, he's special. Watch over him.
Watch over him.
Watch over him. Now, this is a week before he died. So I'm telling my grandson this. I go from whipping him to him. I don't know who was crying the most, me or him. We crying. Because I was telling him how much my father loved him and how much I loved him, how we demand, my family, we demand we respect each other and yourself, and how he was letting us down. I've only had to punish him. That was 10 years ago, and I've only had to get on his case one time since then. And what I did, he did some disrespect to his mother. I said, I want to fly, get on a plane and fly. He lives in Kansas City. I want to get on a plane, come here and hit you in the mouth. But what I need you to do tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning, I want to get you a pair of tweezers and pick all the weeds in the yard. Yeah, that's how I punished him. Picking weeds with tweezers. Because whipping him ain't going to do no good. I want to punish him in a way to make him look at. He don't like tweezers today. Okay, but he hadn't had a whipping, like I said, in years. I had to really get on him once because I love him. He loves me. He respects his mother. All she have to do is say, "I'm calling your grandfather," and he gets like a soldier. And I'll threaten to whip him, but whipping ain't gonna make him act right or make. Like I told her one time, you can beat him all day. He's not gonna make an A. He's not gonna make an A. I said, you got to find out where academically he can't connect the dots.
Right.
He got to connect the dots.
Wow.
Okay? Go back, get him a tutor. And they found out he was too young to be in his grade. Boys historically are lazy and sorry and whatever. And so he had to and he caught up. He's on the National Honor Society today. But I go back to that day in the restroom with us crying.
Yes.
We just both boo-hooing, and I'm talking about love.
Right.
I said, I don't understand why my father think that of you. I didn't. You knucklehead, bad grades, you don't mind, you always in trouble. And my daddy's dying, and I kept saying, what are you talking about? He saw something that I couldn't see. Now today, he's went to the state finals in track. He's only a sophomore. He's an amazing kid. But if I would have been trying to whip him,
That wasn't gonna hurt.
yeah, it wasn't gonna hurt him.
That wasn't gonna hurt.
So, I mean, how you fix things, and it's in the Bible, you know this, it's with love.
It's love.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
with
this
love.
has really been good, but we gotta cut this off. But we're gonna come back and finish some of this talk. Okay, at this time we're gonna have fashion by Kimberly. Come on, do your thing, Kimberly. Do your thing, girl. You got something to strut on now. Oh boy, this What's Up chat was good.
It really was.
It's powerful. Okay, y'all, I just got on my lace today.
I like that.
I just decided to put on my lace because it's warm outside, yes.
All right now.
My J. Bolin piece. Y'all know I enjoy J. Bolin fashion.
I
And
like
then I
that.
just coupled it with my bag.
Oh, I love that bag.
Yes. Y'all get
I didn't get the t-shirt. Thank you, Kimberly. Woo! All right, that ends our What's Up chat for tonight. We want y'all to tune in every Monday and Thursday, and you'll be able to hear all this good education to keep you from being ignorant. Ignorant on saying, I don't know, okay? Or maybe I haven't been taught, or whatever. So on this show, we want you to be more, conscious of what you're doing out there, okay? Thank you, Dr. Larry. Thank you, Apostle Glen. Thank you, Dr. Ruth. And thank you, Dr. Spiritual over there. And thank myself for being the host. Remember, check out our t-shirts, www.kirkinspiration.com. Ooh, I got so many of those to say. We can design a t-shirt just for you. You send it in and we'll design it if we can do it. I know we can. Then if you have an event coming up, maybe you have a family reunion or a class reunion or a birthday, key center, whatever, and you want a photo booth, check us out at www.thekirkbooth.com. We will give you memories forever. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Leave your comments at the bottom. Invite somebody to, share your share. Okay? Don't hold it in. Don't make us the best secret. Put us out there. And if you would like to sponsor this show, we would love that too. You might have some gifts you want to get away, or you want us to air your business or whatever. Let us know so we can do that as well. Thank you all for tuning in every Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. May God bless you until we see you what? Face to face. Good night.
All right.